Shalom. I like to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, HaRakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, taught me this truth. Salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, preaching His word with truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akim and the Aqua, the hopeful believers of the hopeful elect. Lord's willing, I'll be part of that number. Just coming back in the spirit and theme of prophecy. I was watching a video from the Elder Bishop Zachariah, and I stumbled across a news article dealing with the MOTB. So I'm going to read it, get a couple of scriptures, and Lord's willing, this will be edifying. It's from IEEEMs, even though this article is from last year, but it still applies to today. It says the future of brain-computer interfaces. You know, as you can see in the picture, you got a chip implant dealing with the metapon, the forehead. And you know, that goes back to the scriptures, like in Revelation. Will I get that? It says technology that allows the human brain to communicate with an external device can help patients with some of the most severe neurological issues. And it says operating a drone, playing video games, or controlling a robot simply by thinking are exciting applications of brain-computer interfaces, BCIs, that pave the way for more mind-bending breakthroughs. Crucially, BCIs, which enable the brain to exchange signals with an outside device, also represent a powerful tool to restore movement, speech, touch, and other functions to patients with brain damage. Despite recent progress in the field, technological innovation is needed and plenty of scientific and ethical questions remain unanswered. Still, researchers say BCIs hold great promise for patients with the most severe impairments, and that major breakthroughs are within reach. Yeah, so you basically have Esau packaging the BCI, the brain computer interface, as a means of help or convenience, or basically saving somebody's extremities. You know, like, or either that, or basically packaging it like a miracle. But you know what the scriptures say otherwise on this MOTB. The innovations and trade-offs. It says broadly, a BCI, sometimes called the brain-machine interface, or BMI, measures brain activity, either electrical, magnetic, or metabolic, transmits those signals to an external device, and then initiates an action. BCIs are already being developed and used to restore communication and motor functions to people with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis or ALS, spinal cord injury, stroke, and locked-in syndrome. Yeah, I gotta look up what that locked-in syndrome is, matter of fact. This locked-in syndrome, also known as pseudocoma, is a condition in which a patient is aware but cannot move or communicate verbally due to complete paralysis of nearly all voluntary muscles in the body except for vertical eye movements and blinking. Wow. So the BCIs would help with all of that. It says to help amputees control robotic arms and more. Most BCIs rely on electrodes to collect data on electrical currents and potentials in the brain, although magnetic, acoustic, and infrared technologies also exist. Compared to electrodes placed on the scalp, implanted BCIs are much closer to the neurons they aim to record and thus provide a cleaner signal that is easier for a computer to decode and respond to. But they carry additional challenges and risks, including specialized surgeons and the possibility of infection. Yeah, that's that grievous sore that the scriptures talk about. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get it. Yeah, there we go. There's Revelation chapter 16. I'm starting at the top, verse 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. Yeah, you see that grievous sore is going. You're going to get a grievous sore if you get that mark. You know, and it's a physical thing. When you look it up, when you look up the word mark, it's charagma. You know, and then charagma is an implantable and imprinted mark. So it's something physical. It's going to be imprinted on you. And you look up that word, the root word for charagma is charax. Matter of fact, let me see if it... Yeah, see? Charagma. And then you get Karax. And when you go deeper into that, the root word for Karax, and the Karax is a pale or stake, a palisade, you know. That's the device. That's the device that they're going to use to inject you with the charagma. And when you go deeper into the word, the root word for karax is grapho. And like it says, to write with reference to form of the letters. To write with reference to the contents of the writing. And that's where all your information is going to be stored on that BCI or microchip for your forehead or your hands or wherever you get it. You know, your dental records. So like it. Yeah, well, yeah, your dental. I mean, not your dental. Your medical records. Your money, your currency. That's why they're going digital with the money. You know, your birth certificate, your passport, everything about you is going to be on that chip. Let me see if there's any more. Yeah, there's a lot more. But I'm gonna try to put this, and I'm gonna try to put the link in the description box. See if it'll allow me to. Yeah, there's a lot more. But I just wanted to bring this out. And this is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. You seen the picture of the article in the beginning. Had a picture of a person with a BCI, a brain, I believe it was a brain computer interface, and a BCI in their forehead. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, that's the word for. This is the word for forehead, metapon.
Strong's G 3359, metopon. Metopon.
Yeah, the space between the eyes, the forehead. So that's plain. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Yeah, so they're going to make this mandatory. And like it says, you're not going to be able to buy or sell without it. You know, it's let you know that it's something physical. You know, anybody saying anything otherwise, they you know, like it says in the book of Isaiah, the 8th chapter, if they speak not according to the words, then there's no light in them. If they speak not according to the testimony of this word, then there's no light in them. And then the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. So we're just bringing out prophecy. We get one more precept, and then I'll close. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14, and I started at 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Yeah, and this is dealing with America. This is future tense. This is dealing with the present time. This is going to happen in our lifetime. Babylon's going to fall. And like I said, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. That's why you see the global elites with the WEF, the WHO, the UN, all scrambling to get to the new to the world, to the order. One world government. And they're trying to establish a one world currency. That's why you see de-dollarization happening. They're trying to crash the dollar. Well, they're crashing the dollar. As the days go by, the dollar's getting weaker and weaker. And inflation, and then after that, hyperinflation. And then there's going to be all-out chaos. But this is the punishment, like it says, this is the punishment for taking that charagma. If you're so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American, or Israelite, do not take it. I don't care how it looks. Either they say in the scriptures it says that they perform miracles, but that they make it convenient for you. If you take that chip, you're gonna suffer the destruction and the wrath of the Heavenly Father. And it says it right here. It's verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his charagma in his forehead or in his hand, you see, in his forehead or in his hand, like it says with this, see the future of brain-computer interfaces. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Heavenly Father, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Yeah, so you're going to be a spectacle for the Heavenly Father, for the angels and the Lamb, and the Lamb is Yahushua. So I'm going to read that again. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Yeah, so you get that chip, that's your ass. But the elect have nothing to worry about, because the Lord is going to put the spirit on you not to take that chip. And like it says in the book of Revelation, the 3rd chapter, it says, since you have kept the word of my patience, I will keep you from the hour of temptation. So all the hopeful elect got to do is continue to serve the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Yahushua. That's all you got to do. Verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Yeah, so like it says, you're not going to have, that's going to be a terrible time for whoever take that charagma. It's going to be a wrap for them. Here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Heavenly Father and the faith of Yahushua. So like I said before, do not take that chip under any circumstances. It's not for you, you know. But the hopeful elect have nothing to worry about because they're not going to take the chip. You're better off staying faithful unto death, like it says in the book of, I believe it's Revelation, the 2nd chapter. You know, you stay faithful unto death, and the Lord shall give thee a crown of life. And in the book of Revelation, the 20th chapter, it explains those that basically were beheaded for the testimony of Yahushua. I'd rather get my head chopped off than to take that charagma. But, you know, Lord's will, you was edified. Till next time, I'm going to say shalom to the elect.